Alright guys, welcome to yet another demo game from Play NYC. We're going to do another TSG play for it. I'm Nanners.
I'm Zero.
And the game we're going to play this time is called 8Doors, Aram's Afterlife Adventure. Basically with this game, it's kind of like a metroidvania. And it's super stylized, very like cartoony and neat looking. And it's about being sort of like a spirit that's in purgatory or something like that. It's about the afterlife, basically. That's pretty much what it's all about.
By the way, if anybody wants to try this, keep an eye on the description. We'll have a link for it.
Yeah.
So, first thing I want to mention is there's not much color in this game.
No, it's
Not much at all.
It's very like historically stylized. There is some color. There's a bit of a sepia like tint to a lot of what we see. But yeah, you're right. It's almost monochrome.
Which doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad. It's just a specific style that they're going for.
Yeah.
And I could definitely appreciate it, but I need to see the gameplay. There we go. All right, so definitely a side scroller.
Yes, a Metroidvania. If anyone's not familiar with Metroidvania, basically a 2D platforming game. And it's all focused on exploring like the whole area, a giant map, and you're just going all over it. These games tend to be pretty difficult too. They usually tend to be pretty difficult. Head to Death Tavern. Can't help you anymore.
Death Tavern. That sounds like a fun time. Yeah, definitely. Let's go to Death Tavern.
Equips us with some tools and armor. Oh, I like this. This is exactly what you would basically get in a Metroidvania. You press the jump button to jump a little bit, or you hold it to jump a whole lot more higher, basically.
No, I like that because sometimes all you really need is a hop. Sometimes you don't want to jump super duper high. Now, is that a sword she's using?
It appears to be a scythe.
No, that's a scythe. You're right. Very interesting. So, was she some sort of like reaper?
Possibly. When your health is low, press a B to use the restoring potion. Okay, well, I don't have that need just yet. Actually, kind of looks like a bottle of hot sauce. Got coins.
Oh, so you can drop down. That's good. So, here's a question. Are you using the keyboards or are you using an actual like controller?
So if I was using a keyboard, you would definitely hear me because my keyboard is very clicky clacky. So no, I'm using a controller because that's what, to me, that feels the best with these kinds of games.
I completely agree. So yeah, anybody who's looking to try out this demo, it supports controllers, which again, for Nanners and I, we prefer. It just feels better. Now, talking about control, how does this game control itself? Are the controls tight? What do you think about them?
No, they're good. They're definitely good. Again, like what you would pretty much expect. It feels very similar to Hollow Knight, which also is a Metroidvania style indie game. It's very stylized. That one happens to be pretty difficult. I don't know if this one's gonna be difficult yet. I'm assuming it's gonna give you a bit of challenge. Oh cool, we inherited a frog.
A little froggy boy?
I think that would be, yeah. Okay, yeah. This pretty much what a Metroidvania looks like. You have these sort of simplistic rooms in the map.
Yeah, just like other ones, you have to actually get to the next area for you to see it on the map.
Okay, so I get hurt if I touch this, but if I do the roll, I don't take any damage. Again, something that you often see with Metroidvanias. Very cool mechanic. This one actually stood out to me because at Play NYC there are quite a few Metroid. There's, I think, at least like 2 Metroidvanias, and I was drawn to this one because of the cool art style and the themes. Um,
I definitely like the sort of not anime exactly, but like simple art style that they're going for. I mean, the colors are one thing, but the actual way everything is drawn is pretty simplistic. And sometimes that could work for a game's benefit because it doesn't make you focus too much on how everything looks, just more like how everything plays and feels.
right, and it feels I don't know about all that, but it definitely feels really good. I also, in speaking of like the design choices, I do like when you kill an enemy, it kind of makes this sort of wave, radial wave, whatever you want to call it, type of effect. Pay attention, I'll try to kill this guy and you'll see. Like it warps a bit. That's what it is. It does a little bit of warping.
Oh wow, hidden area.
Do I do anything with this? Yeah. So, you know, it's pretty cool.
Interesting.
You know, I tend to not like Metroidvanias as much. I feel like I like the indie Metroidvanias more so than the classical Metroidvanias like Metroid or Symphony of the Night. Because when it comes to Castlevania, I'm more of an OG Castlevania guy, for sure. So I respect Symphony of the Night, but I honestly don't like it that much. But these indie games, I don't know. I think, like you said, they do kind of make it a little bit more simplistic in some regards, and yeah, I think when you take out that annoying RPG element of Symphony of the Night, with like all the weapons, like where you're constantly like, switching weapons and abilities and status ailments and stuff like that. I think that this kind of game is a little bit more enjoyable for me, just because I don't have to worry about all that nonsense.
I've actually been trying to play through Symphony of the Night. It's a tough game. It really is not easy. And yeah, just to get through certain areas, you need a specific power up, and to get that, you need another power up to get it. And then you have to defeat all these ridiculous enemies, and you freaking die, and you have to restart. It's tough.
So I'm gonna stop you right there. But actually, OG Castlevania is hard because the platforming mechanics are really punishing, and you have to, you don't have a choice. You have to figure out how to do a better job of getting around that part of the level. But in Symphony of the Night, if you're not doing well, you really just have to grind until you're a much higher level, because you do more damage and you have an additional a better piece of equipment, and you have better armor and you take less damage or whatever, you know. So it's like Symphony of the Night is just a giant time sink, in my opinion.
No, I completely agree. It takes a while, like a long fucking while.
And not to mention the map as well, too.
Map is fucking humongous. You kidding?
Okay.
Wow, your little froggy buddy is huge.
Right, so we could use him to jump up and get one of those. We're gonna save.
Very interesting.
Yeah, so I do like a more simple experience for a Metroidvania, as opposed to what Symphony of the Night was about. And I think that a game like this, a game like Hollow Knight, is definitely gonna offer it. I'm certainly liking it so far. Speaking of Hollow Knight, I actually was meaning to pick that up as well, because I do want to play it. I'm just waiting for it to go on sale on the Switch. Oh, cool! You could roll as him. So another thing is, you could totally roll in combat, and that's gonna help you get out of certain situations. That's very I don't want to say Dark Souls. I got called out in our in the quick scope. This quick scope we did for Ghost of Tsushima for using Dark Souls as a thing. But yeah,
really?
for lack of a better term, a difficult game presents a lot of challenge. You know, whatever you want. It's challenge. It's gonna be tough. I feel like this is gonna be that type of game, and if that's what you're looking for, like your Hollow Knights and whatnot, then this is probably the game for you. Sorry, I brought that up because you usually see the roll in those kinds of games. So you're obviously being attacked from two sides. You can't get both enemies at the same time for the most part. So you have to you attack and then you just roll out of the way. I believe Yeah, we got another passive ability. Obtain coins automatically. Increase amount of sin obtained from essence and evil. No.
Huh. Very
Oops.
interesting. So these are like abilities or extra things you can unlock?
These are passives abilities, but also ability. It says passive, but they're also regular abilities too. Just like the first one we got was turning into a frog. Ooh, okay, that'll come in handy. I'm sure. Yeah, another game I played recently was Mark of the Ninja, and that definitely, I don't know if that one's considered a Metroidvania, but the way the game and the character moves and all that stuff definitely feels like that. I can't climb on walls, not yet at least, but it definitely feels smooth. All the sprites are sized up nice. You can see everything what's going on. It's got a cool style to it. That game is also, it's not monochrome, but it's very dark. Got a lot of dark blues.
Ooh, careful there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Get that money.
Yeah, I really would like to get better at Metroidvanias. And yeah, just like get through it. Like I'm not the best at combat situations where you gotta like really pay attention and roll out of the way. So maybe a game like this could really help me work on those skills and whatnot.
So, what do you say about the music in this game?
It's fine. It's very nice. It's very. I actually have the way I'm listening to it right now. It is a little bit turned down for me, so I can't hear it that much. But yeah, it definitely fits the atmosphere. It's very mellow. I'm sure when we get to a boss fight, like we possibly are now, it's gonna. Yeah, there it is. There it goes.
Myrtly. Oh God.
Ha! Nice. I love how his face expanded, his whole head expanded with his roar.
Oh.
Remember, I do have.
Missing quite a lot there, buddy.
Well, again, trying to get better at this.
That's good.
It's not actually that hard. It's just. I'm very worried about getting too close to him. I want to run out of potions. God forbid.
Don't you mean hot sauce bottles?
Billy Mitchell's hot sauce.
Oof. Hey, your timing has to be good.
Mm-hmm. So as an animator, how do you feel about the way the sprites are animating? And like, I really like how this dude's hair flows.
So as an animator, again, I wish I was seeing this. Oh, I really like that effect. That was nice. Okay, that right there kind of got me. I like that. The animation I'm looking at right now, it looks pretty standard in all honesty, except for like that whole power wave thing he was just doing. Again, it's not extremely flowy. It doesn't seem like it's a full 60 frames a second either. It looks like it's more like 30, 25 frames, which again doesn't make it bad. It just doesn't wow me, I guess I'm trying to say.
Okay.
I mean, it gets the job done. It looks good. It just doesn't look, oh my God, my eyes are melting. This is so amazing.
Well, I don't know about all that, but I definitely think it looks fine.
No, that's what I'm saying. It looks fine. It looks good. Just doesn't look...
I don't have a 60 frames per second monitor, and this also is just a demo, so we also didn't even tweak any of the settings. So it could very possibly run at 60.
Very true.
We just don't have that option enabled currently. And I gotta pay attention to my hot sauce. But I like, I mean, I love that the way, like, okay, you hit him, you have all of these particles fly out. When he's swinging his hands at me, like, there's all this, like, cartoony trailing. I love that. And then, of course, as I said, he's moving around. His hair isn't stagnant. It's moving the whole time, but it's changing as he does things, and I like that. you
No,
know.
that's good. That just means that the animators are paying attention to. Again, I like that effect. It looks nice. The animators are paying attention to the everything there. Like the guy has flowing hair. That's gonna have to move when he does things.
They have good attention to detail. Not to mention, I mean, the background is full of stuff right now. The background is like fully animated.
Ooh. Oh, come on, Nanas. Oh, he turned around to get you. That's amazing.
Ah, he did there too. Yeah, this is definitely a game you gotta. This is one of the get good category games for sure. One problem I'm having with the combat and what's making me struggle with Murderly is that he doesn't always have like a tell for what type of attack he's gonna do.
No, not at all. I mean, that one's pretty standard right there. Like, you can tell he's gonna try to do something with his arms.
Because, well, I'm specifically like, there's a time where when he gets into phase 2, he will then mid-attack turn around and come for you. And I'm having difficulty predicting what the best time to roll a second time would be. Because I need to roll the first time in order to dodge his initial attack. And then I gotta roll again in order to get the redirected, get out of the way of the redirected attack.
I mean, if I were in your position, I'd just roll 2 or 3 times.
There's a delay.
Oh, so you can't.
No, yeah, you can't spam roll like crazy. You have to wait like a split second. It's not too terribly bad. Ah, see. He does 2 hits. He does 2 hits and then he turns around. 1, 2. There you go.
Oh!
Fuck. I also appreciate that being on him doesn't necessarily kill me. Ah.
Oh yeah, another. Oh damn! In other games, just being close to the enemy can definitely hurt you.
You definitely need that here. It definitely feels like you need that.
All right, Murderly.
Also, mind you, we don't have any other abilities either. We basically just have the attack and the roll at this point. I mean, I guess we have the frog, but I thought the frog is the answer.
I mean, frogs can jump. Maybe you can land on his head.
Maybe he's got a frog phobia.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. That's also one thing I always look for in a game, some sort of like humor. Because sometimes games can be super serious and a nice comedic rest is sometimes necessary. Ooh, he's already doing the turning. I don't know how you dodge that.
I also don't know.
But not gonna complain.
I will say it is definitely making me think of Ghost of Tsushima as well. Again, not to like lump all difficulty in video games in like the same category, but constantly having to attack, roll, and like heal mid-fight definitely reminded me. But we're gonna have to go through a lot of hot sauce bottles to beat this guy.
Power wave. Do you take damage when he does that?
No, thankfully
or does
not.
it just push you?
Okay, so I think I'm seeing what's causing me all the problems. One of them is one of his attacks where he does the like changes direction partway through is very delayed. One of them is almost instant, and that is just annihilating me every time. Because one of them, it almost happens, yeah, instantly, and then the other one, you have to wait. So I'll roll thinking it was that one, but then it fucks me over because he kills me. I also have to make sure to not take damage in wave 1. This is what you see in a lot of platformers. When a boss has like certain phases, you start to strategize, and usually what helps is get phase 1 down as best as you can. So hopefully, again, you don't take any damage, and then take take your sweet time with phase 2. Definitely be very careful. In fact, speaking of employing strategies, maybe I should just get 2 hits in and then run away. Oh, I could also jump. Ah,
yeah, you haven't really been jumping much during this whole boss battle.
Because this is the phase where he's very easy to hit, right? He's super easy to hit. There we go. Oh, finally. He's super easy to hit on that boss fight, on that phase, but the other ones are very risky, so I just shouldn't have engaged at that point. Been very careful. Unknown flower. The red veins on the leaves catch your eye. Cool. Well, we are out of time for this episode, unfortunately, but I really enjoyed it. I think it could be a really cool metroidvania, sort of in the style of Hollow Knight, and people loved Hollow Knight, so I would definitely recommend, if anyone wanted to, check out that description and go give this game. You could play it right now. You could give the demo a test drive right now.
Definitely. Make sure to visit Play NYC. Check out these developers. They deserve a lot of attention. They're putting in a lot of hard work, blood, sweat, and tears. So yeah, go check them out. If you like this video, mash that like button, and please don't forget to subscribe and let us know in the comments what you think.
Yeah, let us know what you think. We're curious to know, and we'll see you for the next video.
Till next time, everyone.
Take care.